People say, why are you so excited? And it's like you feel like $10 million just landed on your hands and you just can't explain it. It's joy unspeakable. I wanted that. And I began to press in. I said, God, I want to experience everything in the heavenly kingdom. In this kingdom, we would hear about the glory of God. A kingdom where there was no need for the sun and God himself was the light. What a wonderful place. It talked about a river flowing from God's throne. And wherever it was bearing fruit. I said, wow, what a heavenly country. You hear about the worship in heaven, and then you go to church and I'm like, we have a long way to go. How to worship and say, holy, 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 holy. I remember those times. I'll go to church and we would worship, and as we worship, we'll forget about even the pastor having to preach. And the pastor himself is too happy not to preach. Because the glory of God just filled the temple, and we just worshiped and worshiped and worshiped, and we're like Jesus addicts. We're just hungry for the Lord. We just wanted God. We were like, give me Jesus, give me Jesus. We came to church hungry because we knew that when we came, we will encounter Jesus, and that Jesus would also meet us throughout the week at home. Today, there's so much pomp and pageantry in the church that when we step out of the four walls, the experience ends. When I had my encounters with God, when I stepped out of church, it became stronger. Oh, yeah. Where the pastor did not just talk about fasting, guess what? Throughout the week, you can't eat. Because there's a holy appetite for God. These are the days of visitation. In the days of visitation, we begin to come to an awareness of heaven. And one of the things that Christians must recognize, when I was started hearing these stories, I said, oh God, I can't wait to go to heaven. And so we sing that song, when we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing. So I said, I can't wait to go to heaven, to experience these things. And then I started reading books by Robert Lighton, We Saw Heaven. I started hearing messages by Jesse Duplantis. He went to heaven. I started finding out that John the Revelator did not die and still got to go to heaven. And I said, what are you talking about?